What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are incredible humans. I love you. I love you. Thank you for all your likes and shares and just for being a part of my day. It really just everything, all your comments, it really just brings joy to my life. So thank you. And let's just bring this on. We'll call in spirit and we will get a reading here. I really want to get one for the Divine Feminine because it's been a long time since we've done a check-in for our collective. So let's do it. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, let's see what the overall energy here is for you, Divine Feminine. Excuse me, I just got blocked up. We have the path. I love this energy, the path. It's number 8, and number 8 is linked to the strength, major arcana in tarot. So I feel like, Divine Feminine, you have been tapping into your divine will, that inner strength of yours, that confidence, that bold energy. You've been making healthy choices. You've been staying on your path, you know. And some of you have just been like, I don't know, just really on track. So I'm proud of you. I'm going to see what else fell out here. And we have change. Okay. So you've been on, I feel like it's pretty straightforward. You've been doing the work. You've been staying on track here. And you've been dedicated to creating change in your world. And it does look like some change is coming. Change is coming through. Okay. So I don't really know exactly what that change is just yet, but we will investigate it. We will definitely investigate it. First, before we get there, I want to see what angel number, what master number, what number synchronicity is going to be a part of this reading, okay? And it's 0440, so mirroring energy. Oh, here we go. The gut feeling is what it says. All right, so intuition, using your intuition, okay? Value, insight, increased perception, love, and monogamy. All right, so follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Remember, you must bring value to the table. You must bring it. Okay, no, okay. Treat others with respect or else karma will bite you in the ass. It literally said that. 3 is a crowd. Interesting. 3 is a crowd. I don't really get that from that energy of 0440, but sure. This is a new deck to me, so anyway, so following your gut feelings, you know that there's change coming. So if you've been feeling a shift or you know something's about to change, this is what it is. You are correct. Here we have the King of Swords energy. Lately, Divine Feminine, I feel like you have been tapping into that masculine energy within yourself, right? Because we all carry both. So I do feel like, Feminine, there's been a little bit of a switch in how you operate day to day. I do feel like you are making more head over heart decisions in your world. Okay, you're sticking to, you're using your logical mind, your insight, you know, but it's basically the message so far is saying don't forget about the gut feeling. I know you know what you know, and you're following what is logical, but sometimes when we get a gut feeling and we're looking for change and we know change is coming through, we've got to follow that feeling as well. I hope you're not, you know, yeah, see, here we go. We have the Queen of Cups, which is like the opposite energy of the King of Swords, like quite literally. So it's like You've been staying on track, doing what you need to do because that's what you know you need to do. But there is something here that you're being called to follow a feeling. Okay, you're being called to follow a feeling. You still are highly intuitive, okay? Very creative, very empathic, very loving, you know, hard on your sleeve, but you're just being careful. Right? You're just being careful. I feel like you have very firm boundaries right now, Divine Feminine, and no doubt, okay? Because we have justice here. Things have been highly unfair for you, and you have had to, I'm feeling like I want to say put your foot down, but you've just had to make very healthy, wise choices, okay? Again, a lot of head over heart stuff in order to continue on your path, and in order to continue, like, doing the right thing, the things that you know, are like making healthy choices. I'm just going to say making healthy choices, but look at what we have here. We have the Ace of Cups coming through and the Wheel of freaking Fortune. Divine Feminine. I love this. Following your gut, you can tell the work that you've been putting in on yourself. Now, I got to tell you, this is very well could be a masculine energy creeping in here, but I got to tell you, for a twin flame journey, if you're Divine Feminine, we've got 0440. You've been making healthy choices. And if you are in a true twin flame connection, that energy is mirroring out with your masculine as well. So as much as you've been putting in the work, I feel like your masculine has also been putting in the work as well on themselves, right? Now, again, you've been making head over heart decisions, but again, intuitively, you feel like there is a shift. You feel something's changing. Something is changing within your relationship, okay? It says follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling, you know. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. So you are doing that, okay? Using that intelligent mind that you have and making those head over heart decisions. But remember, you must also bring value to the table. I just don't treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. 3 is a crowd. I'm getting kind of like thrown off by that ending of that message. I gotta tell you, with the Ace of Cups here and the Wheel of Fortune, you have been sowing very good seeds for yourself, and you are about to reap what you have sown. Okay, and so I guess karma kind of makes sense with this. Treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. 3 is a crowd. You could have been dealing with a masculine who had a karmic, okay? If that three is a crowd here, you could have been dealing with a masculine who has a karmic, but you know what? Again, you have been making these healthy choices. You've been using your head over your heart, and I feel like you have, let's just say, distanced yourself or created a lot of space between yourself and the masculine at this point in time. We have the 4 of Cups energy. Okay, 4 of Cups energy. Queen of Wands. Yes. Okay, it's starting to make sense. Okay. Queen of Wands in the reverse. The 3 of Cups. 8 of Swords in the reverse. Temperance. Page of Pentacles. 10 of Swords in reverse, followed by the Divine Feminine, the Empress, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so I understand now. All right, so stick with me here because I will explain to you what I see. The whole situation is now very clear to me. And it is very common. It is a common storyline when it comes to twin flame journeys. Now, Divine Feminine, as far as you and your check-in, we already talked about it. You've been staying on track. You've been doing the right thing, making good choices for yourself, and creating distance between you and perhaps your masculine and whatever the hell they've been up to. Because I got to tell you, like it does state in that angel number card, is like 3 as a crowd. I can tell there is a karmic involved in this situation, and I can tell that they are. I just want to say maybe they're a little bit crazy. Maybe they're a little bit no good. Maybe they dabble in perhaps like baneful magic, that kind of stuff. They may have temper issues. Like this person is coming up in the reverse. Okay, this Queen of Wands in the reverse is often shows up as like the other woman or the mistress or whatever. Or the mister. I mean, I don't know like what your gender is. Okay, you can be either. It doesn't matter what your gender is. Look. I feel that the masculine has recently gotten themselves out of a situation with a low vibe and karmic. Okay, let's just say that. Now, some of you I can hear it's like, well, you know what? I just don't care. I'm looking for something new. I'm looking for a change. I'm looking for, I'm using my head over my heart. I'm making healthy choices. Why is this coming up here? Why is it happening now? I do feel like you have information coming through to you from your masculine. I feel like they're coming out of the void here because there has been an ending. There has been an ending with a karmic, and they've gotten themselves out of a trap here. They've gotten themselves out of some kind of cage, out of some kind of situation. Maybe it was a contract. Maybe they were, I don't know if they were connected, if they were like, there was something that was holding them into a karmic connection. And it looks like now that they've got themselves out of it, out of some kind of commitment here, it does look to me like they are going to be coming towards you with an offer, and they really wanting to reconcile, okay, with the Temperance energy. I do feel like here's the thing. This masculine definitely rejected the connection in some type of way at some point, because this is a karmic situation that was like, they could have made a choice, either you or a karmic, okay? Divine feminine. And they chose the karmic. Now, karmics come into people's lives for a reason. We're all karmic to somebody, okay? This person, like, I know that this person is operating out of a lower vibration, a negative kind of an energy because of the way that they show up in this reading. But I need to say that like, not just because we call someone a karmic doesn't necessarily make them evil, because we're all karmics to someone. We've all taught someone a lesson. We all are all karmics to somebody. We're all karmics. But in this particular case, we have divine feminine, and we have divine masculine, and we have a karmic. Now, 3 is a crowd, obviously, here. I feel like as you have been doing the work, distancing yourself from the masculine here, because the masculine made a choice. They chose a karmic. They needed to choose the karmic to learn a lesson so that they could become, so they could grow, so they could evolve, so they could learn and integrate something that they needed to learn and integrate. Now, I got to tell you, I feel like this karmic, there was some kind of trap. There was some kind of trap, and I call it a trap, but it's like there's some kind of imprisonment or feeling, the masculine was feeling quite caged or quite tied up in this relationship. They were feeling quite tied up after they made the decision. Now, they made the decision to go with the karmic, and it looks like they found out very quickly that it was not the choice for them. It wasn't the right choice to make. Because all of a sudden they found themselves in this energy of suffering. Now what I mean by suffering is I feel like there's a sense of, I feel like their sense of freedom was taken away. And I feel like this person was like they were being tracked or something. I'm hearing like this person was like putting like maybe a tracker on their phone, or like maybe they've made some kind of, I don't know why I'm getting like a copy of the phone or something, like messages. Can you do that? Yeah, like cloning their phone. I feel like they were very heavily monitored. Let's just say that. There were no freedoms in the connection. And, that's just details that we don't really need to know. This is supposed to be a divine feminine check-in, and it's turning into this story, but that's okay. If you wanted to know, it's coming out. So the masculine has indeed gotten themselves away out of this trap. I feel like there were a lot of betrayals, and I feel like there was a lot of lies here in this connection, and I feel like all of that was kind of recently blown open. I feel like the karmic's true personality shone through. Okay, so what I mean by that is the Queen of Wands in the reverse here is somebody who is can be quite manipulative, and actually somebody who, in my interpretation of this energy in reverse, can be somebody who does like very manipulative things, uses like sex magic or baneful magic or something like that to keep people stuck, like to bind people. They do this work where it's like you can't be with anyone, talk to anybody, it's only me. Like they get very I don't know, it's like needy, it's like very attached. And then when they aren't satisfied, or they feel slighted, feel wronged, they kind of go like batshit crazy. Okay, like this is the kind of person that's gonna like literally yell and scream, and like maybe even like succumb to like physical outbursts of anger. It's like all of the fire energy passion, right? But expressed in a negative way, right? Expressed in a negative way. So I feel like this person was quite explosive, and I feel like their true colors shone through. And obviously, this is when the masculine would have realized, your masculine would have realized that they made the wrong decision here, because they're actually with somebody who's completely batshit crazy. Okay. And I feel like because you come up over here as the Empress, right? You come up over here as the Empress, and your energy is completely different. Like your energy is very loving, very kind, very abundant, very calm and peaceful. Okay. It just feels like, remember that reading we did a little bit of time ago? I don't know when it was, but it was something about like the copycat, the karmic. Maybe it was like copycatting your energy, or they were chosen because they were similar to you, but their true colors shone through. Is what I gotta see. What I gotta say here from what I see. There was a wrong decision that was definitely made, and I feel like your masculine has definitely seen and learned some lessons. Okay. Now, meanwhile, you've been over here. You've been over here making healthy choices, making good decisions. I mean, and being on path, being on track, okay? And you have a feeling that something is changing. Again, if you follow the twin flame journey at all, of course you do. You're on it so that you know that when you're doing things to work on the self, that is reflected, if you're on a true twin flame journey, that is reflected in your masculine as well, that you end up finding out that they were doing very similar work to themselves as well. Okay, so that's the way it works spiritually. When you've been working on yourself and leveling up, they've been also learning and seeing and growing themselves. Okay. Now I don't know why the karmic was chosen, and I kind of want to know right now, why did the masculine choose the karmic anyway? I mean, there were Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. At the time, unfortunately, the masculine thought that they would be the easier option, the better option for them. Easier. I'm hearing easier. It was easier. It ended up being harder. Let me see what comes through. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse again. Oh, gosh. And the Two of Pentacles here. They had a decision to make, okay, and they made, okay, Three's a crowd. Three's a crowd. At the end of the day, here's what happened. I feel like the karmic was a newer person. Unfortunately, I feel like the karmic was somebody who came around after. I feel like the masculine didn't really know the karmic very well. I feel like this masculine knew you, your standards, knew what you expected, knew like what they needed to do in order to level up, or whatever they needed to do. They felt like there was going to be some kind of work involved in order to be, you know, with a divine feminine such as yourself. There would have been work to do, because I don't feel like it's not that you're out there making demands divine feminine, but you expect the best. I mean, you're a freaking Empress, right? And I feel like your masculine knows, you know, they see you as being the Empress, right? You are, not that they put you on some kind of pedestal, but they do understand that you require more time, energy, and effort. Like, you're not just going to settle for scraps, or you're not just going to, like, you know, not question, or, like, you know what I mean? Shit's not going to fly under the radar with you. Like, you see things. You're very powerful. Okay. You're the Empress. You have a very strong intuition, right? And that's very strong connection. Like, they can't get away with anything here with their divine feminine. So I feel like the new person that they came through, they chose the karmic, right? So the reason why is because they didn't think that it was going to be hard. They thought it was going to be easy. They thought, like, they were basically taking the easy way out of, they were just taking the easy way out. They chose the person who was like, they thought that they were going to be able to get away with whatever they wanted to do and have this sense of freedom, right? Because this person, you're masculine. You're masculine. That is something that is very important to them. And I feel like I'm getting this very channel coming through. Your masculine has been through situations in their life where they have felt very much caged, right? Very much caged by, it could have been like that since, or controlled, okay? It could have been like that for them for a very long time, even from childhood into like other relationships before they met you, very codependent type of relationships, okay? Somebody who's like, a lot of yelling, I'm hearing a lot of yelling, a lot of fighting, a lot of drama, okay? They may say they hate drama, but they keep choosing karmic people and karmic situations that aren't truly going to give them the love that they need, right? They're going to be very dramatic, very like angry. I'm hearing angry. They keep choosing very angry people, but because I feel like they may have grown up with a lot of anger in a household as well. Whatever. We choose what we know until we learn better, right? And that's the thing. Like, I feel like what's happened here with this masculine is that they have learned and seen their own patterns, because they keep kind of stabbing themselves in their own foot. Like, they keep choosing the same things over and over again. The same types of people over and over again, and they keep getting the same shitty ass results. Okay, it starts off really good, just like, any kind of relationship. It's like the honeymoon phase. Once that wears off, it's like, boom, I'm going to control everything you do. I need to know who you're talking to, where you're at, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. There's all these rules, there's control, there's like, and I feel like there's this feeling of being suffocated, okay, by this insane individual. I want to call them insane individual, even though I don't like to throw shade on to karmic people, but this particular karmic, I feel like, is very, very nasty and very, very crazy. Like, I know people don't like to hear that. That's probably not politically correct to say it, but it's like I'm getting like super psycho energy, super psycho energy off of this individual, like, physical violence even. Like, I'm serious. It's not really a laughing matter, because I feel like this isn't the first time that your masculine has chosen the wrong person for themselves, okay? They keep choosing. That's the thing. They keep choosing. And I feel like feminine, it's like they admire you. They love you. They love your energy. They love being around you. You make them feel really great. But they also feel a little bit unworthy, okay? And they have felt that way in the past, and I just got to be real. Because you give off that energy of peace and love, and it's so foreign to them, right? They feel like it's better to go with the devil, right? That kind of an energy. And the ego does steer us in those directions as well. So we want to know why they chose this person anyway, even though I feel like maybe you, Divine Feminine, could have seen this train wreck coming from a mile away. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's what you're going to choose. Okay, was it hurtful? I'm sure it absolutely was. But also you kind of already saw, okay, well, this is just like the last one, right? This one's just like the last one. I know how this is going to end. Some of you may have been like not even really that shook by it, and then continued to make your healthy choices and work on yourself and do what you needed to do. Because I do see that, obviously, Divine Feminine, that's what you've been doing. I do see, although the situation was highly unfair, I know that things were going to change, and you were going to, get the love that you deserve in the long run anyway, because you've been planting those really good seeds. You knew you're going to reap what you were sowing, and what you were sowing was nothing but love. What you were sowing was nothing but love. So, I feel like we're coming to a moment here. It's actually past the moment. It's past the moment where the masculine has realized, oh, fuck, I made a big mistake, right? And now how do I get out of it? Right now, how do I get out of it? Well, they've been working on that. I can say that they've been working on getting themselves out of this situation, because it's been a freaking nightmare, honestly. Now, it may not look like it on the surface, but I'm telling you, behind closed doors, when your masculine is alone, or even if they even get a chance to be alone, they are freaking miserable, okay? And they are plotting and scheming on how to get themselves out of this situation, how to get themselves out, how to get rid of this person, how to get rid of the karmic, how to backtrack, because it's like, oh, damn, what have I gotten myself into? This is a wreck. Look at this energy. Look at this. That is not a good time here. No, not a good time. There may have been betrayals. Now, I don't know, like, if y'all want the tea, where do you want me to go with this? I wish this was a live reading so you could tell me, do y'all want the tea? What were some of the betrayals? I want the tea. I want some of the tea here. What were some of the betrayals? I will move on. But this is kind of like, whatever. Justice. Look. Justice coming up again. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I totally understand this, like 0440. I get it now. Karma, treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. Like, obviously. 3 is a crowd. So, you know what has happened? It looks to me like every feeling that they made you feel, they got served right back to them. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. I feel like they were lied to constantly. I feel like they were lied to constantly. And I also feel like they started to see right through this person. Hold on one second. They started to see right through the karmic. Oh, look at it. Oh, the karmic was breadcrumbing them. The karmic had a lot of secrets. See, what's interesting here is I feel like they may have gotten themselves mixed up with somebody who's like super shady, honestly. Like, not only are they batshit crazy, but they're also super shady. Like, this is somebody who, you know what they say, like, if you're a cheater, you're going to accuse the person that you're with being, that they're cheating or something like that. You think that they're cheating because you're guilty of it, that kind of a thing. So I feel like the karmic was tracking, like constantly tracking your masculine's phone, calling the phone, doing something like that, wanting to look at the phone, and then like monitoring their movements and everything, because while the masculine was busy like working, or the masculine's busy doing whatever they needed to do, whatever they do, I feel like the karmic was out like screwing around. I feel like the karmic was out screwing around and giving nothing to the masculine. Ooh, Justice, not good. We have Knight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. The masculine actually felt very lonesome in this relationship. I don't know if you want to know that, but they did. They felt very lonesome in the relationship, which was, I mean, what gave them, it's interesting because I feel like, how do I say this? Because the karmic didn't give them a lot of time alone, right? They didn't give them a lot of time alone, but they still felt very alone in the relationship. I feel like this masculine stayed up a lot of late nights, like would wait for the karmic to go to sleep and then just stay up and think and think and think. Think and plot and scheme on how they were going to get themselves out of this situation. I don't know why they feel so tied and bound, why they felt so tied and bound. I just saw that. Okay, I feel like there was heavy manipulation and even, like I stated, some kind of binding spells or baneful magic or something like that going on as well from this karmic. It's very interesting here because I feel like the karmic kept this person, I keep saying this person, but your masculine kept your masculine on some kind of hook, like would breadcrumb them, would just treat them absolutely horrible. But again, for some reason, the masculine kind of like is gravitated to people who do that. And you never showed up that way. Okay, you never showed up that way. And I feel like that was something very foreign to them. Either way, with the Hermit energy here in the Knight of Pentacles, it took a long time, but your masculine finally figured it out. I feel like the masculines finally saw things very clearly, saw their own patterns, saw their own choices, saw what they were doing, saw how that they were being treated was likely how they were treating you, unfortunately. And maybe what it felt like to be somebody on the other side of the situation dealing with somebody who's acting super shady. Now, I don't know if your masculine was super shady towards you, but I do feel like they did not express themselves like they should have. They didn't express themselves like they should have. They definitely didn't give you the time, energy, and effort that you deserved, okay? And they definitely picked somebody over you. So, you know, like... I want to be very, like my energy comes up as being very protective towards our tribe. So I want to say like, F them, you know what I mean? But they are your masculine. I understand that. You can't just say that. You can say it. But I know that deep down in your heart, you don't really mean it. Like, yes, you do, in the sense of like, F them for doing what they did, because they definitely didn't respect you. But I got to tell you that karma kicked their ass. Karma kicked their ass. And they chose a really shitty situation over a situation that could have been very beautiful with their awesome divine feminine, their twin flame, right? Okay. So follow your gut. Change is coming. There's a lot more coming in this reading. Now, I got to tell you, I know we spent a little bit of time here because I felt like somebody wanted the tea. Somebody wanted the tea. I do have to tell you that they have found a way out of the situation. They have found a way out of the situation. Yeah, look, I just pulled up death. They found their way out of the situation. The situation is over. So I feel like that is definitely something that you needed to know, needed to hear. And I feel like lessons have been learned, right? Lessons have been learned. Now, let's go way back to the beginning of this reading, because I'm seeing here that we're almost at a half an hour into the reading, okay? And I don't want to like go too far overboard here. It literally takes forever to upload these readings. Okay, so yeah, the change coming through. Now let's go over here for a minute. The change coming through. We do have, remember here, the Empress energy. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So to me, in a nutshell, that means guess who's coming? Guess who's coming around for reconciliation? Guess who's been thinking about what they've done? Guess who's been learning lessons? This is coming through, okay? So follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. If you've been picking up on your masculine's energy lately, that's because they have been thinking about you. They've been planning and plotting some type of, I just heard surprise. Some type of surprise here for you. But I do feel like you will be hearing from them. Okay, you will be definitely hearing from them. They're going to be coming through with some kind of an apology here with the Knight of Cups. And they're going to be asking you to work on this, or to at least like, let's have a conversation about it. Let's have a conversation about this. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. Why not? Let's talk. Why not? Where is that from? Simpsons, I think. I don't know why I'm just hearing that fish bulb. That's very interesting. I don't know why I'm picking that up coming through. Maybe your person like really likes The Simpsons, or maybe they are watching that episode, or maybe you just did. I don't know. It's some kind of confirmation. Fish bulb. Very specific, very strange, out of nowhere. Let's talk. Why not? Okay, that's what I heard. Let's talk. Why not? And that is from a certain episode. Don't ask me what it is. Anyways, I'm not going to get stuck on that for too long. They're going to be coming through. They're going to apologize. Okay. Now it's up to you whether or not you're going to, like, where are you coming from? I don't know. All I know is I see justice. I see, I do know. Okay. I do know where you're coming from, Divine Feminine. You're coming, like, this is what the masculine is seeing. They're seeing a very controlled, they're seeing you in control of your emotions. Okay. They're coming up against the King of Swords energy, which is you and your logical mind making healthy choices head over heart, right? What's hiding beneath that? What's hiding beneath that? They kind of are seeing you as being kind of unfeeling at the moment, but that's not the case, right? That's not the case, Divine Feminine, because behind the scenes here, we have the Queen of Cups. This is you. This is your true heart. This is your true self, your true feelings. This is your love. This is the love that you have in your heart, right? You are protecting yourself. And I feel like obviously for good reason, right? For good reason. You have your reasons, and they're good ones. But here we have Justice, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, letting me know that this is a huge shift. There's a huge shift where things are going to be put back into balance, right? And there's a lot of love here. There's potential. There's potential. There's learning. There's growth. There's potential for reconciliation. There's potential for reunion type of energy. But there certainly is a desire to come forward and apologize. Okay, to come forward and apologize and to communicate, right? Let's talk. Why not? It's not going to hurt. Let's talk, So that'll be up to you whether or not you want to hear this person out. Now, for those of you who are interested in that, we will extend the reading here because time's a ticking, 33 in already. But before we go, we'll do an extended on it. We're going to find out like what energy they're going to come towards you in. Obviously, they do want to apologize. We're going to find out what they want to say to you, what they're thinking about, what their plan is. Is there any surprise that we need to know about? We're just going to dive a lot deeper and continue the reading, continue part 2 of this reading. Okay, and that it really does, it really means the world to me, and it shows how much, the energy exchange shows how much you support myself, the readings that we do here, the information that comes through. It is what it is here. Let's dive a lot deeper. Let's dive a lot deeper into this reading. Also, I think I'm going to be opening up personal. So I'll put a link in the description box below. I am going to be unavailable for like the next 2 weekends, but around that I will be doing personal readings. Again, I want to open them up, so the information will be down below, okay, for you if you are interested. What is the message here? Look at this. We have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay, now something else fell on the floor and I see it. I'm not going to get it right now. It says transformation. So there has been a transformation here. There's been a transformation, and we have look inside yourself and examine what's causing you to feel this way. And, you know, we'll see what comes through. I feel like it's going to be interesting to hear them out, to hear I mean, we already kind of know what went on with the karmic, but we'll also get how they've changed, like what lesson they've learned spiritually. I'm going to take that deck out now. We will get to that in the extended. I'll drop a preview, okay? But yeah, thank you for supporting myself, the channel, each other, the work that I do. Anything you need to know is going to be listed in this description box, and I can't wait to just jump into part 2 of this reading. Yeah, I'll see you there, or I'll see you in the next one. Sending all kinds of love. Mwah. Bye. Hi, everyone. Thank you so very much for your energy exchange. This is welcome to the extended reading. I just wanted to show you the transformation energy. It did pop out. This was what was on the floor here. I had to move the green screen to get it. But anyways, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So this is the energy. Now, yeah, let's dive into it. Let's find out what energy they're going to be in. Actually, yeah, we'll start with what energy they're going to be in towards you. Okay, and when they come forward, and then we're going to dive right into 1 or 2 direct messages here from my deck. Okay, which is also available for purchase if you're interested in it. But yeah, let's just get their energy. What energy are they coming through when they come towards you with this apology? I want to know what like the theme of their apology is going to be, and that's what we'll expand on. We'll get the conversation a little bit later down the line in the extended here, as well as their feelings and all that good stuff, and their thoughts and their plan and any surprises they might have. Okay, so what we have here, we have bond. A love bond grows stronger over time. So I feel like they feel obviously very bonded to you as being their divine feminine. Okay, and I feel like it's only grown stronger. Okay, where they felt like perhaps they could run from it, typical runner energy, and go with someone easier, something easier, right, with this karmic, and it turned out to be a freaking nightmare, right? And we also have, so the bond is still there with you. It has not gone anywhere. It has only grown stronger is basically what they're coming through with. And then we have this energy. The universe, okay? It says the universe is guiding you to that special person. Allow everything to take its natural course. So I feel like that's just you. Follow your gut again. Follow that feeling, okay? You already know something is about to change. Something's shifting. You can feel it. You can feel it in the air, okay? You don't really have to do anything, Divine Feminine. You don't. This is what's coming towards you, right? This is an apology that's coming towards you. So let me get, oh, here we go. Yin Yang energy, right? Like the Yin Yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves, right? And the connection is unbreakable here, okay? Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. So the bond is only growing stronger over time, okay? And this is what part of the realization that the masculine has been, you know, obviously going through. I feel like there has been a lot of sleepless nights, like I stated earlier in the first part of the reading, where, you know, they were processing and learning and thinking and having that. I do feel like, remember how I was saying that the karmic didn't really leave them with much time to be alone? I feel like they created some kind of sanctuary within themselves, okay, in order to go through what they've been going through, right? What they've been learning. All right, so what do they want to say? We've got some... What do they want to say here? Hold on one second. Let me just get some context. Okay. Well, first of all, what they want to say is this may be a trauma bond. Now, I don't feel like this is about you. This is part of the realization, all right, that they keep choosing the same type of people, and that's what a trauma bond is, right? The karmic. With the karmic, right? It was a trauma bond. I was picking up on that on the first part of the reading. Remember how I was saying like they may have grown up in a very like angry household, or, you know, they were very controlled, monitored, like they had a problem with their freedom, not being able to do as they chose, right? This person maybe even, I'm picking up that maybe they even ran away or were living on their own at a very young age, because they had that desire to be free, okay, to be free. So this may be a trauma bond. They've started to realize within those quiet moments that they created for themselves in that hermit sanctuary that they had to make for themselves, that they realized they may have been doing some research as well, some learning and some growth, that they were indeed in a trauma bond. They were drawn to someone who reminded them of, the craziness, right? The craziness. They've been dealing with these kinds of crazy people for a long time, okay? They've continued to choose the same type of people. It's a pattern. So they become wise to their own pattern, which is quite wonderful, okay? But they also want to say, so this is the theme, right? This is the theme. So they're going to tell you that, like, look, it's interesting because it's like, I feel like I almost didn't really have a choice. Like, it was an unconscious decision that they made. They felt like that was the easiest way to go. The devil, right? And you're not always aware when you're in a trauma bond. You don't really realize until it hits, right? Until you become conscious of your own patterns and why, and you link it back to, the reasons why you're always looking, or you always end up in the same types of situations. So we have, I took you for granted. I'm so sorry. Okay. So that is basically the apology. And interestingly enough, then we have, let's get married. Oh, which is a huge leap. Okay. Let's get married. Okay. Let's get married. I took you for granted. I'm so sorry. Let's get married. That is a big leap, like I stated. So it's going to take a while to get to that point, but I don't know. Like, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just picking up on your energy. Like, well, okay, well, we need to have several conversations before we can even get to that point, if that's even something, that you want, right? Okay. So, it's a lot. We're going to dive into their thoughts and feelings next, and then we're going to get into how they've changed what they want from you. I mean, we have let's get married, so obviously they want some kind of long-term commitment. We're going to find out whether or not you can trust them as well, and yeah, like how they've changed and the direct messages. So stay tuned for those of you who are here, and for those of you who are going to opt out. I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, so their thoughts and feelings. She said she don't kill me, fly through the car to death. She said she don't